Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we are coming to you obviously remote, but 99% of what we do is remote. And we are fortunate, however, to run down to Ann Arbor right now and spend some time with Ara Topouzian, a good friend and the executive director of the Michigan Venture Capital Fund. Ara, it's always good to have you on. And It's also almost always good to reiterate very quickly about MVCA, what it is, what it does, right?
Yeah, no, thank you, Chris. It's always a pleasure. You guys are great, big supporters of us, and we certainly appreciate it. But yeah, real quick, Michigan Venture Capital Association is a trade association, and our members are venture capitalists, angel investors, economic development organizations, universities, and in a select group of service providers. And what we advocate for is, more capital, more talent within, the state of Michigan, and we support our membership through the association, and we're statewide.
We reduce that to these are the guys who get us the cash, and that makes
I mean,
move.
I have been often told, and I think it's a perfect phrase to say that they're in the business of creating business.
Yeah,
and it's really true.
That's exactly right. Because we interview a lot of your members and we see how that money moves through. This is a special anniversary year for the association.
It is. I know I don't look 20 years old. No, the organization itself is 20 years old this year, and we're really excited about it. And so we've launched a brand new website at michiganvca.org. We've got a brand new logo that we've launched as well. And really everything that we've been doing this year has got kind of that, 20th anniversary feel. So it's definitely a milestone year for the association.
Well, congratulations. Anything that stays alive, seriously, for 20 years, and you look at what we've gone through in that span.
Oh, yeah. Such a major transformation. When you think about 20 years is, I don't know, I guess the older we get, that doesn't seem to be very long. And, I did a deeper dive into the history of MVCA and just venture capital, toward the beginning of the year, and talked to a lot of, the pioneers, if you will, in venture. And it's just really interesting, the work. They should be proud of the work that they did, that really kind of stabilized Michigan as a place, to do business. So we're pretty proud of it. We're proud of the work that we see that our members do. And, we're hopefully we'll be around for another 20 years at least.
Listen, 20 years ago, I do recall I was alive 20 years ago.
Yeah, me too.
But I'll tell you what, the big problem here was lack of cash. And there was very little venture capital here in the state of Michigan. Now, you guys just released your report, your research report. Tell me about that.
We did. We're really excited. This is a brand new approach that we've taken with this report. We've partnered with a lot of different firms to put this all together. But the research report is a more in-depth analysis, but it also is coupled with a lot of stories that really kind of support what's going on in the ecosystem. And so some of the big highlights would be that there was $1.4 billion invested in startups. VCs invested in startups last year, 19 exits. Michigan VC exits. I think that's great too.
Wow.
And there's 161 deals here in Michigan that that took place. So very strong. It's still record year. 2021. It'll be interesting to see how 2022 shakes out, Chris. It's still a little bit early for that. I'm optimistic about how things will be, but we'll soon we'll know about that as the year goes on.
I guess it's a good analogy to say we are now wading out of the lake, to get back on dry land. And it's kind of hard to see how people will cope with that. Has the venture capital, your people who are invested in companies, have they found that the companies they invested in are still moving along?
They are, and I think still the greater issue is still looking for more capital.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a greater fundraising year for a lot of our funds, and that's a good thing. With that, hopefully we'll see some more new disruptive startups pop up here in Michigan. But where there's still a need. I think the state is waiting on, the federal money to come in, and that's going to be very helpful too. One of the interesting facts, Chris, that we've always talked about is kind of the comparison on the every dollar here from, comparatively to what's coming in from out of state. Well, this, it used to be the ratio used to be like 1-9, 1-10. This year or last year was like, for every dollar, it's like over $42 of out of state investment.
Wow.
Tells you a lot of stuff. Tells you about the need here. Also tells you about how people are interested in investing in Michigan. We've kind of coined the phrase America's middle coast for Michigan. We always talk about East, we talk about West. How about the Great Lakes region? We're leading, we're doing well, and there's people that are interested in Michigan.
Well, and bear in mind, we have more coastline than anyone else also.
It's true.
That's something to think about. Ara Topouzian, thanks so much for joining us, and the great job you do at the Michigan Venture Capital Association.
Thank you, Chris. Likewise, we appreciate all the support.
Well, we'll check with you soon, and you're certainly worthy of any support you get. I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. We'll be right back.